Doctor. We meet again.
Yes.
Got some shit that needs some solving.
Yeah.
Tridactyls.
The Tridactyl supposed alien mummies. We're here to talk about them.
Yeah, I've got a couple theories.
Fucking gangiest gang in the universe, dude.
Everywhere is West Side, wherever they go. First, I'm gonna crack open this build. I swear, they need to just sponsor us. I don't even want money. I just want free spill.
Me too.
That's all I really want.
You know which one I really like?
The shake weight
Is the max caffeine one.
I haven't tried it.
I mean, it's just chocolate, but
Yeah.
I think it's double chocolate. But I think it's got 120 milligrams of caffeine, which is nice.
Yeah. I don't like those energy drinks that have like 300 fucking milligrams.
Yeah.
Drink it and you crash out right after.
Yeah. I do like to drink those if I haven't taken a decent shit in a while. Because it'll be like super energetic and all of a sudden it's like,
Time to go.
it's time! Like Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, I like to take these.
I'm going to come.
Are you going to come? Oh God, no. I'm going to come. Oh. That's Bad Things, Tom Segura on Netflix.
Yeah.
If you have not watched that, you're welcome. I'm glad I turned you on to it.
Watch it, keep your mind open. You might be into it, you know?
My favorite line from that is the episode where he loses his fucking mind in the coffee shop.
Oh, yeah.
And he's describing all this, and at the end, he's talking to all the cops, and he's like, God, I'm exhausted. And they're like, yeah, you killed 9 people. He's like, I don't know how you guys do this every day. That one hits home, and it's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, I like to take these and mix them with like those double shot espressos from Starbucks that you get in the gas station. Sometimes the Black Rifle ones are good too. Just mix and match. So you get like a really good caffeine buzz with your protein in it.
Yeah, when you told me about that, I was trying to do it, and then like all the ones that I looked at like had so much sugar in it, I was just like, I gotta find something that's just fucking coffee. Just espresso.
There used to be some in a really small can that were no sugar, but I haven't seen those in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the double shot espresso has like 18 grams of sugar, so I'll do like 2 of those in one of these.
Yeah.
And depending on what flavor, I might mix some protein powder in there. Just all kinds of jacked up.
Getting fucking gains, dude! Going to Gainesville!
You get gains and you're fucking tweaked out. You're like, I gotta study.
I got fucking tridactyls to think about, dude.
Tridactyl. So, before you're learning anything about tridactyls, just knowing about it, what was your first thought? Like, did you think they were aliens?
So I didn't really hear about these things until maybe last year, maybe 2 years ago. But it wasn't the Tridactyl mummies that I heard about. So I heard about the Peruvian alien mummies, and it was like on social media and shit, and it was a big thing that like these little mummies that were like maybe 2 feet tall, look like classic gray aliens, somebody was trying to smuggle them through the airport, and they got caught with them, and then so it was a big thing that was on the news, and then they came out and said, yeah, these are fake. These are just dolls that somebody created with like chicken bones and chicken skin and shit.
I'm still on the fence about that.
And they used modern synthetic glues that are not even old. So I mean, I saw that and I was like, oh, alien mummies, that's tight. And then like reports came out saying how they were fake, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. They do look super fucking fake. But that was it until I watched sometime this summer. I watched Jesse Michaels did a documentary on him, on these mummies that are actually the Tridactyl mummies that they found in Peru, and that was a lot more compelling to me. So that was the first time that I heard about them. And so yeah, I to me they look very real.
I agree. I don't think they're fake. But even the little small alien things, I think some of those are potentially real.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember hearing about all of this from something Stephen Greer did, where he had posted photos of the little alien thing, and he's like, as a doctor, I know this is an alien and blah, blah, blah. And then he put out this information, and all these other people came out of the woodwork to say this is fake because of this and this and this. And I don't know. I don't know for sure. I know there's enough there to question it, and there's enough cause to believe that there is disinformation.
Mm-hmm.
But the Tridactyl mummies, I think are totally real. When you see the pictures of them and things, and you see these x-rays and all that, like, it's legit.
Yeah.
And it's not like somebody just sewed together the fingers and there's still phalanges, in twos in there. It's legit, like one solid bone mass.
Right.
It looks like literally the same bones.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're fake. I think biologically it's very interesting, because like on the foot, because it's not just the hands, it's the feet too.
Mm-hmm.
But the print of the foot is very small, but then like the digits that come out are super, super long.
Right.
So my question is what caused that evolution? So whatever your circumstances in life are will cause different sets of evolution. Our teeth change over time because we no longer have to eat raw meat and things like that. Humans used to have 6 fingers. It's still a dominant trait. All kinds of things that have changed over time has changed our evolution. So what was the deciding factor in evolution that thought these people needed 3 fingers,
right,
or 3 big toes?
Yeah. So yeah, in those. So what happened was some grave digger was out crack fucking meth heading around in the desert in Peru, and
it's nice to know that crackheads are everywhere.
Yeah. But there's a lot of these vaqueros, they're like Peruvian kind of cowboy guys that do go out and kind of look for artifacts and sell them on the black market. And so he was out there and stumbled upon this cave, what he says, and as he got into the cave, they started finding like body parts, and there was over like 200 different bodies and body parts inside of this cave that he was digging in. And so there's 3 different types of the mummies. There's the S types, the J types, and the M types. The S types, I guess, are little winged creatures. Mm-hmm. The J types are the small gray alien looking ones, and the M types are the Tridactyl West Siders. And there isn't a lot of video of the S types. The J types are the ones that they say were the fake ones that they were like transporting, and the M types are the Tridactyl ones that look really fucking real. But yeah, if you look at like genetics and stuff like that, there are different things in the human genome that will make you have polydactylism with extra digits or not as many digits, but there isn't really one that will create 3 digits, but it could be a genetic thing that was like, there's like tribes in Africa that they have like their hands look like almost like lobster claws, or their feet look like that, where it's just like 2 or 3 different That's just their feet almost look like chicken feet or something like that.
Yeah. It looks like somebody just took an axe right down the middle of their foot.
Right.
Because again, the print is kind of small, but then the two protrusions or toes or whatever you want to call them are like really big, and the
Right.
gap between them is enormous.
Yeah. And so, I mean, there are, you know, genetic things that could cause that to be a trait that is like genetically in your DNA, so that like that would be like a dominant trait going forward. So if you had, you know, kids, which one of these mummies it looks like is pregnant through doing the CAT scans, and the baby inside also has 3 fingers and 3 toes, which is crazy because if they are fake, then that is some serious work.
Yeah. You're talking about like, there's like 55 ways I could think of to make that work, but the amount of actual work to go into that would just be astronomical.
Yeah.
And I know they talked about like, you're accusing these people of having cloning technologies, and fuck, man. Like, you think about it, you'd have to not only clone the person, but you'd have to clone a baby inside that person that has this very specific genetic marker to be tridactyl. And that's like, do we even have that capability as humans at this point?
Right.
Or even if they manufactured the whole thing, I would think that there would be signs of like, you know, cutting and sewing on the body to make it appear to be a tridactyl thing, and then creating an infant basically that's tridactyl and then implanting it into this body. The whole thing is just mind-boggling to think of how to make that a forgery.
Right.
Instead of it just entertaining the idea that, yeah, there were tridactyl people.
Yeah. So if you look through the historic record of the people of that area of Peru, ancient Peru, again, like that's it. This is one of those sites that's has a lot of weird shit that goes on there, like a lot of UAP sightings. The Nazca lines are there in Peru, not super far away from where these mummies were found. Of course, we call them mummies, but they're actually not technically mummies, but they're been naturally mummified.
Yeah.
So they still have all their organs and everything still intact inside their bodies. But if you look through the people in that area historically, around that area, the Olmecs, the Aztec, and the Inca that inhabited this whole kind of region, they did practice body modifications, and they do have, through their records, they do have like surgeries that they would do, like some of the bodies that they have found from those known people, the Nazca people that lived in that area, have like, they've done brain surgeries on them, so they have like holes in their skulls and that have started to heal, so they know that it happened as they were living, and they still lived for a long time after. So they were practicing body modification, elongating their skulls. Some of them would have their teeth modified and like jewels put into their teeth, like what is the stone, the jade or
well, jade is more Asian. I know what you're talking about, and I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, but they would have like jewelry inside their teeth, and then they would do lip piercings and nose piercings and like gauged ears and lips, and so there was a lot of things that they were doing that they had skills at doing and were practicing these things of body modification. But the thing that isn't known is why they were doing that. Like, were they possibly trying to imitate what they've seen in these other beings that are naturally like that?
I have a theory. Gotta hear me out. there actually exists a time machine. Lil Wayne used that shit and went back in time to Peru. Yeah, because he's got all that shit, you know, the grills, the piercings, everything.
Yeah.
He got a big old head.
Yeah.
And they were just like, oh, hail Lil Wayne.
And so they started fucking making their... Yeah, they have like... they did scarring and tattoos and stuff like that. So, man, could it be that one of these, you know, rappers from now has gone back in time? And they're just like, that's got to be an alien, dude.
It's created a causal loop, I think. Because here's your timeline. This rapper goes back in time to Peru and basically teaches these people how to do these things. And then you go forward in time, and some person was inspired by looking at pictures of people from Peru from that time and was like, dude, the gauges, the rings, everything, that's tight. I want to do that.
Yeah. Solved it, dude. I guess we're done.
Anyways.
No, yeah, that's... the only reason why I don't think that that's maybe super true is because there aren't any great rappers coming out of Peru right now. So, you know, if Lil Wayne did have an influence, he probably would have taught them how to rap too.
I hate to say this because I really like Lil Wayne. It's debatable if he's even capable of rapping.
Yeah?
No, he raps a little bit, but when I think of rap, I think of like the classic kind of like speed word style instead of just singing, you know, and he does more singing than rapping, I think. So, yeah, it is interesting to see how like their body modification from that time has made like a huge resurgence, because you can go out on the street or to the mall or anything and you'll see people with nose rings and gauges and those the scarring thing that they used to do. You see people doing that a lot now. Well, not here because we live in Mormonville, but you see a lot of people online, you know, or doing the bedazzle shit on their teeth, which to me is so stupid. How do you eat with that? Like,
very carefully. You got to eat soups.
Yeah, like you can't bite into anything. You have to cut it and get it back there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's dumb. Well, so what do you think the possibility is of Tridactyls just being a product of mutation?
I think that is a very high likelihood that it could have been just like a genetic thing that was passed down from in a certain bloodline, that was a mutation that was just kept on going for a while. I think the thing that is strange is that they've taken DNA samples from these mummies, and I think it's like 70% is human DNA and then 30% is unknown DNA. And then also, I think one of the mummies only has one less vertebrae in their spinal column than almost all human species have. Mm-hmm. I think it's 32 and you're supposed to have 33, something like that. Could that be part of that genetic mutation? Possibly.
I do find one thing interesting when you think about like the tridactylism versus something else we just recently talked about was giants, mm-hmm. where giants have 6 fingers, so you assume that they have 6 toes, but tridactyls only have 3, half, and they have 30% unmapped DNA. Mm-hmm. What if there's some kind of link there?
Yeah, what if they're just half giants?
Half giants? Or...
because they are small.
A Hagrid?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hagrid from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
His name is half giant.
Oh.
I can't remember what language she determined that from, but that's how she came up with the name. She was a smart one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking about that and like trying to kind of do the mental gymnastics to put it together, and I really couldn't figure it out. But I know that there's enough there to question it. Like, we have 5, which is kind of an odd number, right? But
Yeah.
3 and 6 is just an interesting like proposition that they may be correlated some way.
Yeah, I think that 5 is an odd number unless you're mirroring from in the middle, so you put them together and then you have 10. But I mean, 10 is an more even number. I guess if you had 6, you would still have an even number.
Yeah.
3, you'd still have an even number.
I don't know. It's just weird to think about.
It is weird.
And it does kind of make me wonder if there is a correlation with the Nephilim or even the Anunnaki, where allegedly the Anunnaki bred different races, or bred with different races to try to create like the ultimate worker bee, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So what if some of those people are kind of an offshoot, and they're only found in Peru because it's kind of like, well, we made these and they're all goofy as fuck, so yeah, we're not even going to bother killing them. We're just going to go over here. So yeah, and then they just kind of consisted in a cave.
Yeah.
And that would also kind of explain why there was the 3 different types there, is because it's like kind of a lab test
Yeah.
of, oh, we made these 3 types, these 3 prototypes, none of them work. Yeah, just throw them out.
Well, supposedly when the Anunnaki did come, they brought with them another species who were supposed to be intended to do all the work for them, which were the I can't think of the name, what they were called, but they were a reptilian race of beings, and maybe it's the offspring of those.
You know, I thought about that too. Just because of the way their very gangly fingers are, kind of reminds me of certain reptiles like the Komodo dragon, or even like an iguana's hands, where they have kind of a small print and then huge long ass fingers. But they even said in that American Alchemy documentary that it had no ties to reptiles.
Yeah.
And I was listening to that guy Gary Nolan on a different podcast, and he said, yeah, we did the testing and there's no tie to reptile DNA. But they do seem kind of reptilian in nature.
Yeah, the way that their faces are shaped. You see mummies and they look humanish.
Yeah.
These, their faces are just, I mean, they have bigger eye sockets. They look like, you ever see that movie, The Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
The Slee Stack?
Yeah.
They kind of look like those.
Yeah.
And I think they have 3 fingers and 3 toes also. Maybe it is the Land of the Lost.
Maybe they're prehistoric.
Possibly.
Did you just solve it? God, we're solving all kinds of shit today. I can't.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, I think maybe it could just be a genetic thing, but mutation, but that unknown DNA is just such a big question in my mind.
It is, especially as many animals and insects that science has created DNA profiles for. It's so vast. And even when they like discover a new species, they're able to basically computate its DNA almost immediately.
Yeah.
But we just have 30% unknown DNA in these interesting looking creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to question, like, why is it that, you know, if this was another race or another hominid, kind of like Neanderthals and Homo erectus, or like even the Florensis, the small hobbit-like people that were found on the island of Florence or Flores, whatever it is. If it is, then why have we only found 3 of them? Why is there, but you have to think these mummies weren't created by. They didn't make these mummies. They just happened to be covered in a type of earth that was just dried out the bodies, and we were able to find them. So like fossils only happen because they get stuck in a certain type of mud, or they get covered by diatomaceous earth, which these mummies were found in, and so there's probably a lot of different species that we have no idea about just because we haven't found the fossils.
Yeah.
So how many of these different hominid species could there be? I think they've actually discovered 5 or 6 different new ones in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
That they never knew about. So I mean, that's just because they've actually found certain fossils that don't match up with anything else, and so it's like, what are these? We have to classify them differently.
Yeah. I have another theory that I just thought of. And I got to give you props for remembering the word diatomaceous, because I was struggling to think of what it was. Because I was like thinking of the fossilization process, and I was going to bring that up, and I could not think of that word. So, good job. So, alternate theory. What if they're from Hollow Earth?
Could be. That is one of the theories. Is that, and he talks about it in that American Alchemist documentary. Is that they think that the guy that found him, this Vaquero, was lying about where he found them.
Oh, I 100% believe that.
And he's lying to protect. Like there's other people have said they weren't actually found in that cave, they were found in this tunnel system, but the tunnel system is used by the cartels to kind of move stuff around.
Yeah.
And so they don't really want to come out and say where they found it, but it's like this tunnel system that they also found, which they didn't make this tunnel system, it was already there.
Yeah.
And have been using that to transport, say, drugs or like smuggling, human trafficking, or whatever it is that the cartels are using them for. But in those tunnels, they also say that they've seen different creatures and different light anomalies down in these tunnels, and things that look humanoid but don't really move like humans.
Yeah, see, that's where science needs to step up with the politicking of it and be like, look, we're going to just pay for you to have a new tunnel system. We want this one.
Yeah.
Sure.
We've got some shit to figure it out here.
As corrupt as governments are down there, that it's like, you know what, just transport your shit out in the open, we'll leave you alone, but we need this tunnel system.
Yeah.
Fucking gnat.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the cartels down there are a lot like the mafia was here in the 60s and 70s, where they were highly influential in the politics that happened in the government.
Now the fucking government themselves is the mafia.
Yeah.
Here anyway.
Yeah.
And a lot of those South American countries, where there is a lot of drug cartels and things like that, like they basically run the show.
Yeah.
As all the talk, I think it was last year, about getting the U.S. military to battle the cartel. It's like, yeah, that sounds really cool. There's a shitload of cartel.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than people think.
Yeah.
You think, there's probably 2 or 3 big guys, El Chapo size operations, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's like, dude, if you just made all the drugs legal, all those problems might just fucking take care of themselves.
I think we should make drugs legal and cheap. I know it sounds awful, but the people who are going to really abuse drugs, they're just going to die. That's sorry.
Well, that's what I was getting with those problems would take care of themselves, but
I mean, I think along with that, we should just go ahead and take the warning label off of everything and just let nature take its course.
Yeah, if you're that dumb to get burned by fucking hot coffee. I've talked about the Downtown Lions Project. Haven't I told you about that?
I don't recall.
You just get a pride of lions and let them go downtown. If you're stupid enough to get eaten by lions downtown and you know that they're there, then you probably shouldn't procreate.
That's a pretty solid fucking idea.
The lions are going to be out at 6 o'clock and from 6 until 6, and then, if you get eaten by a lion, good.
Solve that homeless problem down there. We're going to return Rio Grande to its former glory.
Yeah. I don't really want all the homeless people to get eaten by lions. I'm just making a joke.
This one fucking gnat is driving me nuts. No, I don't either, but it's a funny concept.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of like having the U.S. military fight the cartel, we should just breed a shitload of lions. Just airdrop them in, put little parachutes on them. It'll be adorable for a minute.
Yeah.
And then they just go to town.
Yeah.
And then they get into the drugs. Now they're cocaine lions.
It's like that movie Cocaine Bear. Fucking cocaine cartel lions.
Did we just write a movie?
I think we did.
I think we just wrote a movie.
That's copyrighted.
Can't take it.
Don't steal that, Cocaine Bear people.
Cocaine
From
lions.
the producers who brought you Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that script and sell it to the Sci-Fi Channel.
Just fucking
They'll probably pay
Amazon Prime, dude.
They'll probably pay you more for the script than the production value they're gonna put in the movie.
Yeah.
It's like those shitty Sharknado movies.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those are made for the change that's in your couch.
Yeah.
You know, probably
Biggest-
made for the pennies in your shoe.
The biggest part of the budget is paying that fucking guy from Melrose Place to be in.
Oh, Ian Ziering?
Ian Ziering.
From 90210?
Yeah.
You know he ain't fucking expensive.
Oh, I got 20 grand probably.
I'd be willing to bet he probably makes less money than we do.
6 G's on this script here.
You're gonna film it for 3 months. Terrible. So, Tridactyls. It's going back to the evolution. The evolution of mutation, I should say. It's crazy how much they resemble sloths.
Yeah.
With their three with their sloth claws.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Slaughterhouse?
I've seen the trailer for it, which is like, I don't know why I haven't watched the actual movie.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of went in line with what we were just talking about shitty sci-fi movies,
Yeah.
or, because I watched it.
Is it as good as it appears to be?
Exactly.
Yeah?
It's like, he goes to, kill this woman with his claws.
And she just stands there screaming, probably.
I can't remember the scene. I just remember the 3 claws going in super fucking slow. How dangerous can a sloth be?
Yeah, you would think with those claws they could do some damage, but you'd have to be just a fucking moron to get killed by a sloth.
Maybe instead of lions, we just put sloths downtown.
Yeah, downtown sloth program. I guess it would catch quite a few people that are. What is that drug that's
Fentanyl?
fentanyl? Yeah,
What if you got a sloth ripped on fent?
they look like they're doing that fentanyl lean.
Oh, the fent fold?
Yeah,
I love seeing those clips of people doing the backwards fent fold.
yeah,
Where they're
that's
just
crazy, man.
yeah, that is absolutely the worst drug.
Yeah,
That's worse than heroin.
I think just it's like the slowed down version of bath salts.
Yeah. Did you ever hear the story about the bath salt guy in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
where
He like attacked somebody and ate their face.
yeah, but allegedly he wasn't on anything, and they made up the bath salt thing to kind of quell the public.
Really?
Instead of just saying this guy was fucking batshit crazy, they're like, yeah, he was high on. Give me something. Bath salts.
Bath salts, that's it.
Yeah. I don't know how true it is, but I heard it and I was like, that's a really interesting theory.
Yeah, he's just a crazy guy that wanted to eat somebody's face.
Yeah, just a real trailer park Hannibal Lecter. So yeah, could they be aliens? Is the biggest question in my mind. That 30% just beats at the back of my mind, and thinking about especially the stuff we've talked about recently with the Book of Enoch and the Anunnaki and the giants and everything, and how all that interbreeding kind of works between species, it makes me wonder if they are part of an alien species.
Yeah, I tend to think that I lean towards that because of all the other things in the area that coincide with the mummies.
Every time you see a pictorial of like the small grays, they all have 3 fingers.
Yeah.
But they have more of an opposable thumb instead of like 3 straight digits. So it's kind of like maybe there was a gray here and a human fucked the gray.
Or the gray fucked the human.
Either way,
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah.
And that's how they were made, and that's why they have so much human physiology, but they have small gray-like features.
Yeah. No, it's like that movie Paul,
Yeah.
when he touches somebody's head to give them the knowledge that he has, and then it goes through that whole like evolution scene, like sped up evolution scene, and it shows like goes through everything, and then it eventually shows a gray alien fucking a monkey. I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly it right there. You know, they just fucked one of these other hominid species and made these tridactyls. One line made humans as we know them today. One line made the fucking tridactyls. One line made Florensis.
Yeah.
You know, whichever monkey they fucked the little capuchin monkey or whatever they're called, and made the Florensis. Hobbit people.
Yeah.
They fucked a gorilla and made Bigfoot. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe they fucked a sloth.
Yeah. A small gray fucked a sloth. That's how you got tridactyls.
Solved it.
Solved
Again. I think we solved this like 6 times already in the half hour we've been talking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all 6 are real solutions. Just depends on what multiverse you're in.
Yeah. Maybe they all happened. Well, now they have. Because we just created it.
We did.
Thought creates motion.
It's true. All eventualities are happening simultaneously.
So yeah, I think that if you look through like the historic records of the people, the Nazca people and shit, like you look at the Nazca lines. If you don't know what the Nazca lines are, then you're weird. They're big like petroglyph type things that are in the ground, on the ground.
Go on.
Some of these things are so big that you can't, if you're standing on the ground, you can't even tell what the picture is of.
Indubitably.
You have to be at least 500 meters in the air to see what the whole picture of this thing is. You just happen to have that.
I've been waiting for days to pull that one on you. Because I was doing the research and I was like, God, wouldn't it be fucking hilarious to like, because we keep doing this thing, and I was like, it would be hilarious to go get that out of Elsie's room because she has like the set from Jurassic Park and the mask, and just at random, just like, interesting, just to see how you'd react. It was worth it.
Should just wear both of them this whole time we're talking.
See, this has got to be what it's like to be a tridactyl.
No thumb.
No thumb. I imagine they're more dexterous than this.
I would hope for their survival, yeah.
But it's kind of, again, with like the evolution, what kind of evolution do you need to not have a thumb? Maybe you're climbing a lot of trees, holding onto branches.
Yeah.
Fending off giants.
That's what, yeah, they talk about that in the episode of like...
You want to be a Tridactyl?
How they do resemble the sloth's hands. And how they can grasp a tree better with that. But like, if you look at the area, there really isn't that many trees.
No.
It's a lot of, it's like, well, I guess we're looking at it from what we see it today, like, of course. These mummies, they say, are probably between some of them are between 800 to 1700 years old. And so not that super far in the past.
No.
But could the climate have been a little bit different there? Probably.
Well, and I always put it through the lens of Younger Dryas, because these things get unearthed, or even like Göbekli Tepe, or finding these mummies, or even mummies from other parts of the world. I just assume that's not their original place. Especially, thinking about the Younger Dryas, where it's like everything got reformed. Where was this to begin with?
Yeah.
Maybe at some point Peru was more, I would say, in a more kind of tropical area, to where it was like full jungle. And that's why they evolved, because it was fully wooded. Or
like the Amazon, which isn't too far away from, same region.
Yeah. So I just kind of think maybe that's a big factor in it, is whatever they evolved from, it's because they were in a different area of the planet at some point. But if they were, if the carbon dating only takes them back 1700 years, there was the previous Younger Dryas was way before that. So that doesn't add up, but at the same time it could. Could the testing be wrong? Could we just have the wrong number? Did the Younger Dryas happen more recently than we thought? A lot of variables there.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of unknowns, but it's fun to speculate on all of these things.
That's what we do here.
That's what we do.
We speculate/solve. We speculate until we solve it.
Yeah. We speculate to a point of this has to be it,
Yeah.
And then we just call it solved.
I also kind of like I call it the Hellboy theory, where, have you seen the Hellboy with, well, I guess it's all of them, but all of them, they kind of talk about how mankind has pushed all manner of other sentient creatures kind of into small camps or into the wayside, pushed them into the woods, so to speak, so that they took over. I kind of go off of that idea when I think about some of these weird creatures and things like that get discovered, or even when you see like videos of real life fairies. You ever see those like on nukes and stuff, where you kind of go, maybe these were kind of another sentient, intelligent creature that was kind of pushed out because of mankind. Just a theory.
Interesting. Yeah, I do think that whatever it was, whatever it is, it did have an impact on the people that were in that area, because whether it was, like we said, if it's a genetic mutation, they viewed it seems like they knew about it, and they viewed it as almost godlike. And that kind of goes into the whole thing with the head binding stuff. Like if there was a mutation, say like people were super inbred because royalty just bred with each other, and had these genetic mutations, and so like farther and farther down the line the mutations got bigger and bigger because they were just more inbred. And so the common people viewed these royals as their gods, and so they wanted to emulate the image of what they were, so they started practicing head binding, they started doing body modification to more emulate the people that they viewed as high society or the gods of the land. But it even, like, in a lot of their tapestries and art and shit, they depict beings with misshaped heads and 3 fingers and 3 toes. Even some of the Nazca lines show beings with 3 digits on their hands and feet.
Yeah. And there's other artifacts like hieroglyphics and things like that, petroglyphs, where they show beings with 3 fingers.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy when you think about it, because all of these are seen all over different parts of the globe.
Right.
It's not just, oh, we found these petroglyphs in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can see them in Egypt. You can see them in fucking Utah.
Yeah.
Like, they're everywhere.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I think that whatever it was, if it is either you go back to the ancient aliens type theory, like if it is these beings that came from outside of our Earth and passed on information here, and then they were viewed as gods, then yeah, you could see that, you know, people wanted to emulate that and started doing these weird things. But it's in the art, it's in the clothing and tapestry designs and shit like that. So I think that it was definitely something that was of importance, or it was something that was sought after to be like, or...
Well, and I wonder if over time, let's say people, you know, kind of like the head bindings, let's say you mutilate your hands to the point where you are a tridactyl now. Would evolution take over and just start making you that way?
I don't know.
I don't honestly have the answer. I think that's for, you know, like a biologist or somebody to answer. I don't even know what kind of doctor would deal with that.
Yeah.
Not a BS and CS like we are, but...
Yeah, I don't... It seems like it wouldn't, just because they would still practice, like, there's, well, I don't know if they do it anymore, but like, not just we have photographs of people with elongated skulls because they were still practicing it in the early 1900s in some tribes in like Africa and stuff like that. They would have, when an infant is born, they would wrap their heads with a board and fucking smash their head so that it would be elongated. Their skull would be elongated.
Speaking of skull, one of the CT scans that they showed of the pregnant one, I fucking struggle to think of what it's called, but like when your skull still hasn't fully sealed up, I can't remember what it's called, but that one didn't have that, implying that it was kind of a youth.
Yeah.
Like, so for us as humans, it's around 25 that our skull is finally fully sealed. So you assume if their biology is similar, that was probably around the same age.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, when you're born, your skull is actually in 3 pieces, and that's why you have a big soft spot on, babies have a big soft spot on, because your skull isn't all the way closed up.
That's just the quiet button.
Yeah. Boop.
Done crying.
If you push it too many times, you're going to get a full reset, dude. But yeah, like, so they would put pressure on the skull, and then so it would form into a shape that they wanted to make. When you do that, it does leave. You can see it on the skull, like the human skulls that we've found that have been obviously manipulated. You can tell because they're. You can see lines from where the boards were and stuff on the skull itself. But these mummies don't have that. It looks like they were just born naturally like that. And there are some skulls that they have found around the world that have this natural. I think even King Tut, or one of the Egyptian pharaohs, had an naturally elongated skull also.
Yeah, it's the one that they speculate was half alien.
Yeah.
And I can't think of which one.
Akhenaten, maybe?
Yeah. It's an ancient aliens question.
Yeah. Get Giorgio on the horn.
He's just like, let me tell. No, that would be more of what's his name? The guy who always wears the topaz necklace.
William Henry.
Yeah.
I'm still a piece of this.
Yeah,
one.
for sure. Yeah, that's definitely a William Henry question.
Yeah.
But
David Childress actually talks about it.
See, what I could tell you is that...
Could it be possible that while they were practicing this head elongation...
Just like the weird emphasis he puts, especially on not that first, but the second syllable, and then again at the end, it's just like, is it possible?
Posing a question, or posing a statement as a question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I bet he's really sharp.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, work on your inflection just a little bit. I want to like you more than I do. Just say, is it possible?
Could it be possible?
And then the voiceover guy always says like the same thing. Is it possible that these are remnants of ancient aliens? Ancient astronaut theorists believe so. No shit.
Is that what we're watching here?
They say it like 5 times in every episode, and you're like, was that voiceover even fucking necessary?
Well, I guess if you watch it on actual TV, because there's probably only plays for 5 minutes and then 10 minutes of commercials.
Yeah, probably that's it.
And then so, if you're that stoned watching fucking Ancient Aliens, you have to remember what you're watching every 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, plus, like you said, that 10 minutes of commercials.
Mm-hmm. You get up and get 7 snacks because you saw a McDonald's commercial. And then all of a sudden you're sitting there with a hot dog burrito and 3 different sodas.
I like where this is going. And you're like, you know what?
What the fuck was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was watching Ancient Aliens.
Hell, it's still on commercial break. And then it comes back and the narrator poses that question. You're like, oh shit, that's right. It's been so long. I hate that we'd pay for ad-free fucking Hulu and Netflix and all that, and then there's still ads. Mm-hmm. It drives me absolutely nuts. To the point where I'm like, I don't even want to watch TV anymore. This is stupid. I'm ready to go back to buying DVDs.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's like even HBO Max. The basic theme still has fucking ads. I don't mind the ads. Like, at least play different ones, though.
Yeah, when it plays the same ad 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am going to kill myself right now.
Like, I am never using Stanley Steamer just because I fucking hate those ads. I'm not doing it.
Or it's like an ad for a medication of some kind.
Yeah.
And it's like by the 3rd time you've heard it, you remember all of the fucking after effects and all that, and you're like, who would take this?
Do you feel dizzy sometimes? Take this fucking pill that make you shit your pants, feel nauseous, may cause cardiac arrest.
Side effects may include dry mouth, itchiness, watery eyes, diarrhea, low tire wear. Like,
blurry anus. Like, what? What is that?
Side effects may include incontinence. No, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll just deal with a little bit of
cool
vertigo.
Being fucking dizzy, man. Actually feels like I'm drunk sometimes.
Yeah, you can get that just by standing up too fast.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll still deal with that over incontinence and all the other side effects that comes with. If you become depressive and suicidal, contact your doctor immediately after, you've been taking this shit for months.
We need to start making ads for those things, but just do it in like a very plain way instead of using fucking scientific terms and shit.
Side effects may include asshole bleeding.
You might shit your pants.
But you're doing the voiceover, and then there's just like playing in the background. It's just me like running with the dog in the park. It's like they always make the commercial look so, like friendly and and nice, and it's like you take this drug and everything in your life is going to get better. And then they start listing the side effects, and it's just like a woman playing with her kids, like taking this pill like restored my life. She turns around, there's a big old shit stain. Oh God.
Might shit your pants, but one of the other side effects is you can't smell, so
it's just so you get like a Pez dispenser that shoots them out, so everybody in your vicinity is like, God, that stinks. Right in their mouth. Oh, I can't smell it anymore. That's great. And then they shit their pants.
Yeah.
Got it, dude. We're gonna
Shitting
start
your pants
making...
wouldn't be so terrible if just everybody did it all the time, dude.
If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
Just make it a regular thing, and then, there's no big deal.
It's true.
Shit your pants.
Shit your pants. We're gonna start making these commercials, dude.
Yeah, I love it when they say, "Do not take this pill if you're allergic to this pill." Like, how the fuck do I know if I'm allergic to it unless I take it?
Yeah. Or you get one of those like crazy allergy tests.
Yeah, I guess.
Which is awful. But yeah, take the pill and then you're just like, oh, my heart stopped for 4 minutes. I'm allergic to that one.
May cause tridactylism.
Wouldn't that be the pits? You take this like, let's say it's like a life-saving thing, something that actually increases the quality of your life. And you take this pill and you're like, oh my God, my severe vertigo is gone. Oh shit!
Yeah, fuck!
You're just like, why is it scaly too? The nails are so sharp.
Maybe that's what they should do, is like show them being all happy and playing with their kids, but they only have 3 fingers and shit.
May cause tridactylism.
Try to throw a football with your kids.
Can't do it. Did you ever see that movie? It's a remake of The Witches something or other with Anne Hathaway. The original was with what's her face? Morticia Adams, actress. Angelica Houston. God, that's gonna kill me. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. Witches of Eastwick? No. That's with Cher, huh?
No, it's just called The Witches.
Oh. It's a Roald Dahl?
Yeah, it's where they,
Yeah.
so in the movie, she's a tridactyl.
Hmm. Yeah, I've seen the old one. What's that Roald Dahl book, right?
I believe it is. So, when they decide to come out and they have this big meeting with all the witches and they take off their wigs and their gloves and shit and their tridactyl. They gave Anne Hathaway so much backlash for pretending to be a tridactyl because it's offensive to people who are missing fingers or born tridactyl, and it's like, shut all the way the fuck up. People are mad about that? It's a fucking movie.
People get mad about fucking everything, dude.
I think they're just drinking the haterade on Anne Hathaway. I think it was just fun to poke fun at her for a while.
Yeah.
Even when she was a tridactyl, would still smash.
Yeah.
I just couldn't wrap my mind around, I don't know, the gap between them and that is more like this.
Yeah. You got enough.
Well, you have to imagine those aren't there, so it's like this. There's just not enough surface contact, I think. I don't know. Don't use the sharp teeth, though, or you're leaving without them.
Yeah. Just give me some kind of, might be your new favorite thing. Who knows?
Yeah, what a weird thing to get mad about. So anyway, we should probably get back on track with tridactyls, actual tridactyls. Did we miss anything? I feel like we covered it.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of information that has to come out about them. If the Peruvian government would just get fucking on board and stop trying to say that it's a hoax, because that's where it keeps coming from but they've had people come down there from different countries and biologists and fucking people who actually study these things and go down there and look at them and say, yeah, these things are real. They appear to be super fucking, if they're a hoax, they're the greatest hoax in history, and if they were made, the DNA testing shows that they're 1,700 years old. Those were the most skilled surgeons ever to exist on planet Earth ever, because these things they still have all their bones, tendons, muscle tissue fully intact. Some of the CAT scans you can see where the capillaries and fucking glands are still there. Like, if
they're intact,
if they are a hoax, then it's the greatest hoax in history. And if the government down there would just fucking stop trying to ban the information from getting out for some reason. Yeah. That's another thing that I think is weird, is why would they want to try to cover it up? But I mean, it's not unlike the cover-ups that our government has done in the same space of like covering up UFOs and shit like that here.
You can throw a rock in any direction and there's a cover-up.
Yeah.
And here, for sure. And I think for Peru, it definitely goes back to the cartel thing in some shape or form with them. Because I hate to be like prejudiced, but if it's a South American government, it's fucking corrupt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're pretty much all corrupt. So
I would say just government in general. You're corrupted by some source of fucking...
That is a more apt saying. Just all governments are corrupt. How's that?
There it just happens to be the cartel.
Yeah, here it just happens to be lobbyists. Yeah. So
here it just happens to be corporations.
Yeah.
Pfizer.
And Israel.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm only kind of newly discovering that. But anyway, yeah. And the government of Peru is also blocking a lot of people from coming in to come and study these things. But somebody said something that I found really interesting, is that the people with the correct credentials that are coming in to look at these things are saying it's real.
Yeah.
The people with missing or incorrect credentials are the ones that are saying it's fake. So, again, the politicians in Peru are like, it's not real, it's a hoax. The fuck do you know? Have you even looked at it?
Yeah, they've had the head forensic pathologist from the United States, Mexico, Peru, and a bunch of different other countries come and take a look at them and say, yeah, these are 100% authentic. Like, they are most likely real organisms that actually were alive, and this is how they looked. But the politicians are the ones that are saying that it's a hoax.
Yeah, and I remember that Joe Rogan was asking Jesse Michaels about it, like, how much to buy one of these things? And he's like low 7 figures. He's like, God damn. To me, I go, if, like, Elon Musk, buy that shit so somebody can study it.
Yeah.
Buy a bunch of them.
Yeah, just buy all of them.
Like,
you got enough money.
You'll be okay.
You'll be just fine.
You'll be okay, champ.
You'll be just totally fine, dude.
You're gonna be A-okay. That's it.
That's hard.
I don't have that much, like, dexterity control to keep them separated. Yeah, I mean, it really is no different than our government keeping all the secrets from us, but this is where I think governments need to start changing, is these things that are, like, way out there, way off, stop passing them off as hoaxes. Like, you're stalling our growth and evolution as humans.
Yeah.
These things need to be out to be studied.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor, I'll come take a look.
Yeah. Even if I'm not a doctor, I'll still come take a look.
I'll come over there and be like...
I tried to pass that off in the gynecology office. It didn't work so well. I'm not a doctor, but let's see what you got.
Yeah, I tried that once. It didn't work. Did a different approach. I walked in, I was like, gynecology is more like my hobby. I'm a doctor in a different field. I will take a look if you need me to. Worked one time. Was still on probation, by the way.
He put a restraining order on you.
God. So selfish.
I know.
It's not like I was gonna do anything.
Yeah. I just wanted to look.
Being a gynecologist has got to be like a person who makes pizza. You got to smell it all day, but you can't taste it.
I mean, people go. I guess you go in there to a doctor for like an annual checkup or whatever. But it would seem like most people on the daily go there because they're having an issue, and so it might be gross.
She's like, take a look. Puts her feet in the stirrups. You're like, son of a bitch. That's wafting. Can you maybe get a different doctor?
So like fucking looks like Predator and shit.
I've been trying the jelly. That's Concord grape. Yeah. That's not the right kind.
That looks more like peanut butter. Jelly on a fucking grilled cheese.
I couldn't because I'm so unprofessional. Like, some gal would come in and get up in the stirrups and be like, you knew you were coming to see me today, right? Yeah, you didn't clean that shit up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Fucking.
Yeah, there it is.
Pick off the crust and shit. Ugh.
Gross.
Anyways, yeah, Tridactyls, I think that they're 100% real. At least these mummies that we have found. Of course, I'm using the proverbial we, because you and I, haven't seen them at all, but except for on video. But yeah, we've studied the shit out of them. They appear to be genetically real. So quit fucking holding back the information.
Quit hiding them. We need to know what they really are.
Yeah.
What if they are the missing link in our evolution?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Fuck Peru.
Fuck Peru. I guess we just gotta book a fucking flight to Peru and go and give our credentials and be like, look, we're here to solve this shit once and for all. I mean, we've already done it 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, just in this episode.
Yeah.
Imagine what more we could do on like the 8 or 9 hour flight to get there.
Yeah.
You need this shit solved. You give us a call. Like that, right?
Yeah.
Hang loose, bro. Hi, 3.
I have to like look at my hand to make sure it's doing it every time.
Which is funny because I could do the, live long and prosper without thinking about it or, whatever. But I have to really focus on doing this.
Yeah.
You know what else that reminds me of? Oh my God! It's just like being a gynecologist.
Exactly.
Oh, I hate having the brain of a 15-year-old. Just kidding, I enjoy it.
I enjoy it, yeah. I enjoy it. My wife might not enjoy it as much as I do, but that's her problem.
It is her problem. She chose to marry
yeah.
him. Like, she had to know that was part of it. It's not like, like if your mom gives you shit about it, that's different. It wasn't her choice to have you that way.
Still could have been her fault, dude. Should have raised me better.
Yeah. I mean,
I should have slapped me around a little bit more.
She's just like, God damn it.
Got like a fucking 3-fingered welt across my face.
I don't think I could be a Tridactyl. I'm too used to having the whole flock. So what is like the fucking fingers like this? Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know what the like the purpose would be to want to only have 3 fingers, because I think if there was something that was going on that was like going to make you superior in some sort of way, it might you might do something to enhance your capabilities. And maybe it's just because I have 5 fingers that I think that might be more awkward to try to deal with only 3.
Yeah, I think if you're climbing a lot of trees and stuff, that's going to come in handy. Or if your food source was like big and strong. But even then, it's still like a curve over thing. They don't have a thumb and then 2 big fingers. It's just this.
Yeah.
So, trying to fight a saber-toothed tiger or whatever, it might come in handy. Those long-ass fingernails they're going to have.
Yeah, even in like thinking about like extraterrestrials, if you're looking at it through that line of like they've evolved so far past physical type of work or doing physical things, you wouldn't need as many fingers or digits to kind of control things manually. If your technology is to a point where you're controlling shit with your mind or telepathically, you wouldn't need these like physical fucking hands to pick up a hammer and nail it into something.
That's true.
So if we're looking at it or thinking about it along the lines of alien evolution, then maybe it is something that like they just don't need these fingers to manipulate things. So maybe that's why they're seen as gods, because they don't need all this stupid shit that we have to deal with.
It's like opposable digits, fucking losers.
Yeah, I don't need to pick up the rock watch. It's a lot easier to do this with just fucking the 3.
Dude, maybe they were telepathic. When you think about it, I mean, they have one less vertebrae, so they're not going to be as physically strong as we are, or at least as tall.
And they have this huge brain cavity to fucking...
So maybe they have the shinning.
The shinning.
You remember the Simpsons episode, Treehouse of Horror, about the shining?
Yeah.
And Groundskeeper Willie's, use your shinning when you need to contact me. So I can't even think of it as the shining anymore. It's the shinning. One thing I did find weird is when they were doing all these like tests to see what was on the outside of the body, and they're picking up traces from alpacas, proteins from something else, can't remember. But they also found traces of osmium and barium.
Osmium and cadmium.
Cadmium, which are found in asteroids and comets and shit, which is not really like a huge supply here of on Earth.
Well, they also found osmium and cadmium implants inside of them that had been put into them, like almost, there's one of them that has it's almost like a plate that goes across the back of their neck of osmium, which is a super rare earth metal that's like 1,500 times more rare than gold, 2,500 times more rare than silver, but it's been used as like a surgical implant, and tissue is grown around it. So it's been fused into the body, and the body is kind of, so they were alive when it was implanted, and they lived for a long time after it was implanted. Super rare on Earth, but it is a material or a metal that is found on asteroids and throughout the cosmos. Might be more not so rare. So yeah, I think it's weird, like these things that could be 1,700 years old, which we think of as primitive, having primitive technologies, but at the same time have these things inside them that we don't understand and don't really have the capability of doing. So,
well, and it is weird to me of why you would have such an implant, especially at the base of your brain. Like, is it like an antenna? Does it make you send and receive better telepathically? Is it a tracking device? Like,
or they knew that they're coming from outer space, they're coming from a different planet where the gravity isn't as strong, And so they're putting an implant into your neck so you can keep your fucking big ass head up a little easier.
That would actually, or if you're coming from a planet with stronger gravity, maybe that's why they have one less vertebrae.
Yeah.
Because just over time, after being compacted over higher gravity for so long, their just body evolved to get rid of it.
Kick that fucking last one out of there. One of the things that they said about that osmium cadmium implants was that those two metals both oxidize super quickly in the open air, but they survive, it's fully intact, a lot more underground because of the oxygen levels or whatever. So again, it goes back to that hollow earth. You know, are these things coming from inside these tunnels? Could it be possible that this race has survived in the tunnels of the earth, the hollow earth?
Could it be possible that the tunnels that the cartels use to transport their drugs are directly connected to the hollow earth?
Could it be possible that the people going through these tunnels have just been sampling the drugs and seeing shit that they're...
Could it be possible that they test out new batches of drugs on people and put them in the tunnels, and the more crazy shit they see, the more they dial up the drugs?
I think that's plausible.
Yeah, I don't put anything past any fucking cartel.
Yeah.
Some of the awful shit they do, like skinning people and beheading people and shit, like they'll do whatever. Yeah, well, fucking try out this drug, see if it's okay. Oh, he died, dial it back a little bit.
You know, it is... people were using all these... we think of them as illicit drugs here now. But, I mean, the use of, like, coca and stuff like that, and a lot of different other drugs that we don't even know about were being used by the ancient peoples in those areas. So, like... were they illegal back then? Were they still the cartel fucking, you know, transporting shit underground? And they were just doing these weird fucking experiments on people because that's what they do?
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe, like, aliens did settle here and they were cohabitating with humans. And then at one point, they're just like, hey, let's try this leaf. And they all ate the coke leaf and they got fucking ripped and they just started fucking.
Yeah.
And that's how they got the Tridactyl people.
That's what cocaine makes you do, I guess. And that's what I've heard. Is
I've never done it.
Make you super horny. Make you real horned up.
I've never tried it myself. Not for lack of desire. I just have the strongest fucking gag reflex you can think of.
You never tried sex or the cocaine?
It's been so long. I can't remember. Pretty sure my cherry grew back at this point. Enough about Scoutmaster Kevin. No, that's so interesting. I want to see what's in those fucking tunnels.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole area is just super fascinating, and I think that it's something that we as a species have to look at. Is, you know, you find these areas and some dumb fucking archaeologist comes up with a theory and then puts it in a book, and then it's like, okay, yeah, that's what happens. No. How do you know? That's what your evidence is showing you on this specific thing that you're looking at, but that's not the whole story.
That's what kills me about history in that respect of, we just came up with an idea of how something worked. We put together as much evidence as we can, even though there's still holes in the story. We just backfilled all that shit and said, this is the version of history.
Yeah.
The Egyptians built the pyramids.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Fuck off. Same thing with, you know, these Tridactyls. Well, they're fake. They're a hoax. Are they? Or do they just, like, the narrative of what they really are clash with what you believe?
I do think that there were specimens from this thing that were hoaxes, because somebody was like seeing that people were making money off of selling these things on the black market, and so they started making fucking replicas and then selling them also on the black market. So I do think that there is an element of hoaxing and an element of people trying to capitalize on this situation that they have found, but I think that the situation itself is real, and greedy people have just been trying to fucking make money from it.
Yeah, like the wooden versions that they made.
Yeah.
Shit like that, or even like the fake little ones, like fairy-sized ones,
Yeah.
shit like that. I get there's a lot of forgery in that. I mean, there's forgery in everything.
Right. You look at the Egyptian stuff, there's forgeries in that, and even like Native American stuff, there's a lot of forgery in that, because it was something that was sought after, bought and sold, and people put it in their private collections. But like, so there was a market for it, of buying like skeletons or mummies, and like even a lot of the mummies that were found in Egypt got toured around and through high society in like Europe, and people started eating the bodies of the mummies because they thought it was like an aphrodisiac, or like a way to connect with the gods of the pharaohs.
Way to gain eternal life.
Yeah, and so they were taking these specimens on tour to show people, and these rich people would just like have a party, have the mummy there, and people just started taking little bits and pieces for themselves and started eating them. It's weird.
Imagine getting the one that was made of like chicken skin and shit. And you're like, ooh, this mummy tastes like KFC.
Yeah.
That's bananas.
What is this, beef jerky? No, that's Pharaoh's dick. Oh, Pharaoh's scrotum jerky.
Yeah, the forgery market in every one of these like fringe topics it's always bonkers. I mean, Zach Bagans is still on TV. He's the biggest forgery of all in the paranormal realm, let's be real. So that does muddy the water so much, but I really think that we need to have kind of a global team to investigate these things. You know, the best scientific minds that we can muster from every country. I don't care where they're from. They could be from Lithuania. They don't have to be American. But have this team of people that can go and investigate these things to say if it's real or not, or if it merits more investigation.
Yeah, I think the hard part is, with all of these things that we talk about, is finding those people who have the credentials, at the same time still have an open mind. Because it seems like going through the work of getting a doctorate, you have to learn all this shit and ingrain it into the way that you think. And so now everything that you see is already in this spectrum of like, this has to be able to be described in this certain way, because that's the way that science thinks and that's the way science operates. But like, finding people like Travis Taylor who's a brilliant guy, but also has an open mind to like finding alternative theories, or explaining alternative theories using scientific method. But like, you have to find a team that has those rare traits, it seems.
Yeah, we need more punk rock scientists.
Right.
Who are like, I don't give a shit about the rules. Yes, we use correct methodology and predicate things on what we know, but science is about discovery. And we can't go into a discovery thinking we already know what it is.
Yeah.
You have to go in like just completely clean and go, okay, this is what we actually found. It's like Travis Taylor says, the word fringe doesn't exist in science. So why do we treat things as fringe?
Yeah.
And that's where I think these Tridactyls get that same kind of coverage of, this is fringe, it's out there, there's forgeries, there's this, there's that.
Fake.
The more you mire it in controversy, the less actual scientific attention it will get.
Yeah.
Versus just being responsible for the sake of humanity and saying, we found this thing, we need scientists to come and investigate.
Yeah.
We need to do actual testing and have the correct people come in and do the work and figure out what this is, where it came from, how does it relate to us, how does it affect our course of our history. That's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, I totally agree. And just let's put that team together. You, me, maybe Travis Taylor.
We get Travis Taylor. We'll need some good historians.
We need a physician.
We need some actual doctors and biologists. And
get fucking Greer on the horn, I guess.
We gotta get Elon to fund the whole thing.
Elon. I saw he was doing something where he has like funding for $1 trillion for some fucking robots he's making.
Dude, wouldn't that just be the top tier option, is to have Elon create this company of the most brilliant minds to go and investigate these things? Because that dude is like no holds bars with things.
Yeah, what we have to do is convince him that our future, because that's what it seems like he is super interested in, is the future of humanity. But to push forward into the future and evolve into the things that he wants to evolve, we have to understand fully our past. So we need the funding to be able to do that, Elon.
Well, not just that, but you think about Elon as the CEO or the owner or whatever of Neuralink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this implantation into your brain, which is a foreign object. So what else has had a foreign object implanted? Tridactyls.
Tridactyl mummies have.
We need to go in and figure out how they did that without rejection.
Yeah.
Because your body's going to try to spit it out.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing with people who get like titanium plates and screws. Eventually, they will fall off, and then they have to have a surgery to go in and pull that shit out.
Yeah.
Your body will kick it out in one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you want to learn how to do Neuralink, we got to investigate these mummies.
Get some fucking scientists working, well, and us. Doctors.
Yeah, we got to be there to be like, yep, looks good. You're doing good.
Have you thought about not doing that?
Hey, you over there, have you thought about not being a piece of shit? Get off your ass. Elon, they're not listening to me. Can you tell them I'm the boss?
They keep on telling me to shut up.
They keep saying, I'm not a real doctor. And it really hurts my feelings. And then Elon comes in, hey, guys, let's not say that they're not doctors, okay? He brings Joe Rogan in. Joe Rogan is just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, so this whole thing is just working out in my mind. I already have it figured out.
Yeah.
Like, we should do it. Anyway, I think we solved Tridactyls.
I think we solved them in so many different ways. Case closed, really. I mean, yeah, we want to go down and look at them, but that's just to fucking, see what they smell like, see what they feel like.
You go over there, they actually smell like beef jerky. They're like...
Actually, kind of... smell like fucking protein potato chips.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's cool about also with Jesse Michaels. He got that that one company that's doing the DNA testing. That company that has recreated the dire wolves.
Yeah.
So he's got DNA samples going to that team also. So maybe it's something they could fucking reproduce.
Yeah, it would be interesting to reproduce it and then find out it's actually like a highly intelligent species of hominid of some kind. Almost like a brother or sister species to us.
Yeah. And then they take fucking back over control of the world.
Yeah. Fuck it, you can have it, dude.
Yeah,
this place sucks.
It'd be tight.
They're just like, anybody with 5 fingers? You're under my rule now. You're the slaves. We're just like, hey, no, because we can still do this.
Yeah. Well, I would do it myself, but I can't really hold on to the fucking hammer to break the bricks, so do me a solid and just grab that hammer over there real quick.
And club yourself with it, because I'm in charge now. We just go to Defy, and then they're just like using their mental powers. They're like, I'll give you 2 reasons why you're going to listen to me. Just kidding.
You don't even know that you don't want to do this.
Oh, fuck. You're right. What do you want me to do? Yeah, I'll go break rocks or whatever.
No, yeah, I think that we can consider this one case closed.
Case closed. We'll leave the origins ambiguous because we had like so many different solutions. But yes, it needs to be studied further and for real.
Yeah, I think the more that people are out there learning about these things as being real, I think the more interest in it, the further it might get credentialed people to take a look at them. So.
Yeah, I think the disclosure team in Congress needs to take a look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's Peruvian, but they could probably muscle their way in there and just take it.
Yeah, why not? They do. They've done it so many other times.
Yeah, they take UAPs from all kinds of South American countries.
All from all over the world.
Fucking Virginia and Brazil and... Yeah. They have dominion.
They have dominion. I'm like, hey, we'll take it from here, guys.
That's probably why we pay for everybody else's shit with our tax dollars, is so that we can keep taking all their weird stuff.
All the weird shit. And resources, pretty much.
Yeah. And installing, America-friendly dictatorships. You can be mean to your people, but you got to do what we say.
Yeah.
To which everybody's just like, okay.
Yeah. It's like leaving your kids with your oldest, and it's like, you're in charge now. You do whatever I tell you to make them do.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's call it solved, Doctor.
Doctor.
All right. We're going to pull it there. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.